Warriors, welcome. Today we're diving deep into the three different characters or three different identities that tend to show up throughout the day. Let me ask you this question. Do you ever go through your day and wonder, am I bipolar? Why do different types of people tend to show up within me and show up in different environments and show up with different people as I go through the day? What is going on? I feel like I have no control over my mind. I have no control over who I am. I don't even know who I am. Has that ever happened to you? I'm going to go through these, and to give you a really deep understanding of this, I would wake up in the morning. I would turn into a certain character, an overly concerned character. I would turn into someone that would be quite the blamer. Okay, Mom, why did you treat me that way? Dad, why did you treat me that way? Teachers, why didn't you give me the skills I needed to solve these problems? I would turn into that person. Then once in a while, I would turn into someone else, a different identity. And that person would show up and I would be like, wow, I've got a moment of gratitude, a moment of peace. Wow, my viewpoint over the world and myself seems to be quite calm and relaxed. I can then create this flexibility in how I perceive things. And then, as I went through the day, I started blaming myself for things that happened in the outside world. There were three different characters or identities that would show up as I went through my day. Is that common with you? Do different people show up with you? Comment below. Now let me go into these three different types of characters and let me know which one leads your life. First one is the villain. The villain is someone who blames their past, who blames the people, who blames their neighborhood, who blames the lack of money, who blames the lack of skills. They blame everything in the outside world, and they don't take accountability and responsibility for where they are in their lives and what their emotional state is. The villain very, very quickly turns into someone who is highly judgmental. Highly judgmental. And we are all judgmental beings, but we work on ourselves to get to a place where we become more neutral about the judgments and labels that we place upon things and events, and therefore emotionally we become more neutral. But these villains feel like they're out of control, and you'll know, everybody has a friend like this who within moments of being somewhere says, ew, it's so ugly here. Oh, look at that person, why are they dressed that way? They begin to blame things. Oh, the drink is so bad, that's why I feel sick. The tea just wasn't right, no matter what it is. So these villains, what tends to happen is they tend to go through life always asking the question of, where do I get started? How do I get started? Even though the information is right in front of them, the knowledge, the role model, the influencer is right in front of them, smacking them in the face saying, here I am, this is what you need to move forward in your life. They already have prejudgments about that person and what they're going to say and all that sort of stuff, and therefore they sabotage. They sabotage their ability to take in that information. They sabotage their ability to consume that information and to act on it. So again, where do I get started? Very common with villains. Now the second type of character is victims. Victims go through their day blaming themselves for everything. If there's a car accident, they caused it. If someone got sick, they caused it. If something went wrong in the outside world, they caused it. These victims tend to lead a life towards avoidance. Avoidance. No, I can't go out in the outside world because everything I touch turns to bronze. It just disappears. It gets bad. It gets worse. I am very, very much an evil person. I am evil. Don't come near me. That sort of attitude. And then they avoid people, they avoid environments, they avoid everything. It's almost like if you think about a river, a nice flowing river of water, beautiful. These victims will find a way to put a log and another log and another log in between that flowing river so that the river is just, you just got a little bit of water squirting out here and there. There's no flow in their lives. There's no momentum. There's no vibrational momentum. They always seem to stop themselves from moving forward and getting to a better place in their lives. Okay, so now we know what a victim is. Third one is the hero. Now, the hero is someone who lives with gratitude. The hero seeks perspectives that further themselves, their overall well-being, that further the well-being of the world, their friends, their family. They tend to pause many, many times and say, what sort of perspective do I need in this moment in order for it to serve my desires, my emotional state that I want to feel? Heroes create vibrational momentum. They start in the morning and they say, the first 30 minutes of the day, since that's the most important part of the day, I need to make sure that I behave this way. I need to make sure that I implement this habit. I need to make sure that my mindset is moved towards this direction. They have momentum. Late morning, they do something for themselves. Early afternoon, they constantly have this momentum so that when a challenge arises, they don't get caught up in the challenge. They don't get caught up in the problem. And when this tends to happen, they can then do a very, very good job of overcoming the challenge and the problem. They are very outcome focused, these people. Now, what do heroes lead to? Heroes lead to clarity and flexibility. Flexibility in the way you perceive things, in the way you can think about things, in your belief systems. Flexibility in the way you see your past. Flexibility in the way you see your authority figures. Lots and lots of flexibility. And with heroes, lots and lots of clarity. They can see the big picture and everything. They don't see everything as very, very narrow. They see the broad perspective when it comes to everyday life events that then serve their hero-ness for the better. So my friends, ask yourself a question today. Am I more of a villain? Am I more of a victim? Or am I more of a hero? And then ask yourself the question of, what's causing me to stay in this villain state, in this victim state? What do I need to do? How do I need to perceive something? What habit do I need to build in order for me to get to a place where I feel like I'm more of the hero 80% of the day? And the victim and the villain can show up 20% of the day, and that's totally fine because there's no momentum in that direction. The momentum is geared towards becoming the hero. This is our job. This is what I want for you. This is when you're going to win in the game of life, because we are here listening to these videos because we want to get to a better place emotionally. You couldn't care less whether or not I'm wearing this toque. You couldn't care less what shirt I'm wearing. You care about feeling better. So let's get you feeling better, moving you towards becoming a hero in very systematic steps. What's one thing that you can do today in order to further yourself and your growth towards becoming a hero, feeling like a hero? Not so that people can come to you and say, hey, what a hero. No, so that you feel the hero, your self-image, your self-worth, your self-concept, because you are the most important person on this planet. My friends, you are more than anxiety. Comment below. Let me know what you think. Let's move forward together. Make sure to hit the bell for all my notifications, and I'll see you in the next video. Love you all.